Hi, and here I am at Stirling Eco. It's where art meets electricity, and I'm sitting on something incredible. It's an electric bike. I tell you, it's going to revolutionize transport. It's like riding on air, and it's something that you just won't actually believe until you get on one. I'm going to be meeting the director, Robert Grace. Hi, Robert. So nice to see you.
Hi, Stephen. Nice to meet you.
Listen, I'm so excited by this. I mean, it's sexy and it's fun. But what is an electric bike?
Well, sexy fun, but it's also very functional.
Is it?
So primarily it's functional. We've designed this particular bike as next generation travel, basically. As we convert from combustion to electric, the narrative around the world is that we need to be walking across the planet as lightly as other species.
Yes,
so it's a conversion, basically, from combustion to.
Well, say I was going to London to Brighton. Could I take this bike like a normal bike?
This particular model, yes. This particular model is designed for urban riding. So
Fantastic.
The battery in this bike would take you for about 30 miles. But we have the same model, which has 3 attachable batteries, which will take you 139 miles in total.
So Robert, what's the demographics of people that buy electric bikes?
Great question, and we've been studying that for quite some time now. And there's a real broad range of demographic for this. It's a really lightweight bike, so it's very easy to ride. So from new riders or people that haven't ridden bikes before, we're introducing this to those. And then we have bikers, for instance, that have great big Harleys and are coming in and buying these as a second option.
Yeah.
We have office workers through to tradesmen, so men and women. So demographically, it's quite a broad range.
Okay, Robert, one of the things that I really noticed was being on it, it's so light and there's no sound to it. How safe is it?
Okay, that's a good question as well, because with insurances, they tend to say, oh, it's a silent bike, it might be more dangerous to ride these. But in reality, the speed limits in London or in the cities have reduced down to 20 miles an hour, and these are very, very safe to ride. And they'll become safer as they reduce the amount of cars on the roads. You're allowed in the bus lanes with ease. And as for the silence side of it, we have so many cyclists on the road now,
of course,
people are much more aware of the fact that there are silent two-wheeled vehicles.
I mean, I've mentioned it honestly feels like a piece of art sitting on this. It's just so gorgeous. I mean, how art-inspired do you feel it is?
Well, we're a design innovation-based company of artists and designers, and it's crucial that we get that message across. We wanted to design and produce something that would look very stylish. It has to be functional, but also very stylish. There are so many mopeds and electric bikes on the road at the moment, and everyone tends to look like a delivery rider, and we've kind of taken that we want to develop something that's a bit more stylish than that, for the commuter and also for the leisure rider as well. Art side, we have the Bigot and Grace Gallery here in the showroom.
It's amazing. It's amazing space here.
Absolutely, and over 100 artists are now involved in the Bigot and Grace.
I was going to say, I'm in Wapping High Street here, and all the cars are coming past, and everyone's looking into the space, and it's like coming also an exciting piece, a museum. So, Rob, how did you get involved in this?
I was actually, because I come from a design and I'm an art background, I was asked to design an electric bike or decorate an electric bike over nearly 3 years ago by a German company that were going to send it to America. They sent the bike to me, and when I saw this piece of kit, I was mesmerised by it, and I thought, and I checked the market, and we weren't doing anything like it in the UK. So that's how it began. We did a couple of years of product development. We have a JV with a factory that manufacture these. We assemble them in the UK. We've got the infrastructure in place, and we've also now got this showroom, which is at the highway, and it's ironically, it's between the 2 busiest petrol stations in London. So we have this flagship store projecting a message of eco-friendly, zero carbon footprint transport options.
Okay, but that's the next question I have to ask you. So pardon my ignorance here. How do you charge this?
There are 2 points of charging as well. So you can charge this on a 220 volt.
Yeah.
We've specifically gone for a 220 volt and not the Type 2 battery chargers. So you can charge this in bike, or you can take the battery out and take the battery indoors. Most people that
So you
buy
can
these
literally
bikes
plug it
take
in at home while you're watching the telly?
Yeah, you could do, yeah, of course. And of course, there's no fluids, there's no oil leakages or anything. The only tiny bit of fluid is the assisted brakes, the disc brakes.
So just have to get my head around this. Is it going to put my electricity bill through the roof at home?
No, it's on a normal 220 volt charger, and it costs approximately 50 pence to charge the battery.
My God. And so if I'm on the road out there and suddenly I need to charge, where would I go to charge it?
Well, that is, most people would carry, once you get used to the limited mileage of these, that's one of the things that, the technology on these bikes is very fluid, and the batteries will improve, so you'll get more distance. But these ride for about 30 miles. It has a gauge on it which tells you when you would need to recharge, but you'd need to take the battery out and charge it.
Can you imagine how much you're saving on petrol? We're getting one of these, because that's the big. I've broken down in my car with not having any petrol. Well, thanks, Robert, ever so much. It's really exciting, and good luck with it.
Yeah, thank you, Stephen.